Hi everybody, China Guitar Skeptic back again. Thank you all so much for your help this week with choosing the Greenie Moore. Thanks to all of the subscribers and people commenting with information, I've managed to find a really great copy and I've placed the order today. Just 15 days to wait before I can bring you some pictures, hopefully. Thank you everybody that has helped and pointed me in the right direction with that. It's now paid. 15 days isn't too bad to wait, considering that I've been waiting for nearly 3 months for PR Les number 4, Lily the Pink. For those of you who are recent subscribers may not know about Lily the Pink. Yeah, she's a originally blue donor guitar that I asked for them to put my custom logo on the headstock to avoid copyright infringement and trademark infringements, and to paint it hot bubblegum pink. However, when they sent the pictures through, ready to send the guitar, they left the colour of the body blue, and the headstock was the beautiful pink that I'd asked for. However, they then repainted it, and when it came back, the next lot of pictures looked like the blue had just been scraped off and painted over with pink, which looked awful. So I asked them to do it again, which they're in the process of doing. So the last email I had on the 15th of August from Wholesale Guitar Z-Hang was, "Please be patient, friend, I am the repaint." So I am being the patient while he is being the repaint, and I'll come back to you as soon as I get pictures of that to show you what that looks like. Thank you to everybody, almost 150 of you now who've subscribed to Milton Guitars and are interested in helping me to develop a brand new design of guitar from China and avoid all of the copyright infringements with the headstocks, etc, etc. 150 subs nearly on that channel. Once we get to 250, I'll be right there and we will get on with designing and building our first prototype brand new guitar. Talking of which, I have had an email from a good friend of mine, Craig Pass, who very kindly gave me some backgrounds on the video for videos, and he has sent me some pictures of his custom guitar. Again, he had and took my advice and had his own logo put on the headstock, and here are some pictures of it and what he says about it in his emails. He describes it: the case is sturdy but light. I like it. I'd like it a lot better if I could take the Gibson USA off it. We hear you. The pickups are mounted wonky. After pulling the strings, I was able to reseat them as they should be. The pickups say Epiphone and are quite microphonic, but they look good and actually sound okay. And in fact, if you look at the pictures of the pickups, they have actually got the little burrs out where they do the fold on the metal. He goes on to say the hardware seems decent. I don't think I'll rush to replace any of that. Maybe the tuners if I feel like spending a few dollars. The finish on the body is about 85%. Everything was excellent, but it's very sloppy around the truss rod cover. Yeah, that's a common complaint actually. And the finish curls up about 1 millimeter before it gets to the nut. Yeah, again, I found that on a couple of mine. I'm not sure what I can do about it though. Well, all I did was just trim it back with a razor blade and then touch it in with a little bit of black paint. If it's black, you should get away with that. It's under the nut anyway on mine, and hopefully it will be on yours as well. Speaking of the nut, I'm not sure what it's made of, but it appears to be shaped from a solid block of question mark. It's not one of the plastic nuts that I've seen on a lot of YouTube videos. The wiring's a bit messy but noiseless. Well, that's great. Really pleased to hear that, because all of my wiring has sounded awful when I've received it. The pickup selector worked as desired. I was not able to detect a scarf joint, but the angle on the headstock is noticeably less than on a real Les Paul. Yeah, that's one of the tells. The angle of a genuine Gibson headstock is much steeper, and also the binding that goes up on the customs will go straight into the headstock without a joint, whereas on the Chinese copies there's a little fillet, a joint. The headstock shape and split diamond inlay is on the small side. Yes, I think you'll all agree looking at the pictures here that it's a little bit small, and the custom headstock logo looks very nice. I totally agree. He said very abalone-like, and I agree as well. It does. It looks fantastic. As I mentioned, the nut is not plastic, or at least not the preformed plastic I've seen before, but it's very tall and needs to be shaped down to a playable height. I'm disappointed in the finish by the nut, and underneath the truss rod cover is hideous, but that's about it. One thing of note is the burst is not done in teardrop pattern like the USA Les Pauls. That's another distinguishing characteristic that shows it not to be mistaken for a Gibson model. I couldn't agree more. And he's never liked the teardrop burst anyway, and I'll go along with that. If I keep the gauge down under 11, Spinal Tap, the pickups sound okay. I want to put an SH2 Jazz pickup in the neck and either an SH4 JB or a Pearly Gates in the bridge. Good choices. Although do try out the iron gears or the end whistles. I don't have any complaints about the wiring or the function of the electronics otherwise. However, if and when I change the pickups, I'll do a 50s mod wiring job. Good for you, Craig. Yes, that's a really good idea. That's what I would do. And in fact, what I'm going to do on the Greenie Moore. Personalised logos turned out very nice. It's very mother of pearl-like. My brother now wants one. He's a lefty and frequently disappointed by the selection of lefty guitars. I'm not sure if I should encourage him or not, as it would fall to me to fix the guitar for him. Well, my advice on that is if you're happy to help him out, why not? I still don't recommend anybody goes and buys these fakes, and I love the idea of changing the headstock logo because it makes them yours. It makes them personalised, and you can sell them, and they're not a rip-off. You're not ripping off the trademarks. Anyway, thanks so much, Craig, for sending me those pictures. I hope you've all enjoyed them. Take care and rock on.